Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what we're doing today? And do you remember what the hell happened last time?
Well, last time we read, First Maccabees, chapter 5.
Correct.
And in that book, chapter even, we had the Maccabees killing people in one sentence again. Mm-hmm. That was there.
And they killed them hard.
Right. I guess the only difference was that some of their friends were getting their asses kicked, but then they went and kicked those people's asses for them. And also they told somebody to stay put, and they didn't, and they got their asses kicked. So some people around the Maccabees got their asses kicked, but not Judas. Right. Judas was like, fuck y'all, one sentence, y'all done.
Also, there was a lot of pronoun abuse, which you also just did. You were like, they stayed and they didn't, and they got beat up. And they
I'm just trying to stay in line with the book that we're reading. Yeah. You know, so I had to use pronoun abuse. That's why that happened. Yeah. I do want to say, you and I were having a discussion right before we started this podcast, and it got me thinking in the moment. I was like, you know, a lot of religion is based on who had the biggest guns, in my opinion. Yeah. You know, like they won, right? These people won, so it's their religion that takes favor, I guess. The
winner gets to tell the history.
But if your God really was the best God and the real God, then obviously when the aliens come, it wouldn't be the biggest guns that win. It would just be that they already know your God is the best God, right? So that's obviously what's going to happen. Otherwise, I would come up with a really good pitch for the aliens. So think about that.
If you're religious, think about that, about why the better technology beat you.
Yeah.
If you go ahead and plan it out now, then you can actually maybe even convert some people.
I'm just saying, you got a whole chance to convert some aliens, maybe, right? If you got a good pitch.
Although some of the Christians that I know are so hardcore that there's no such thing as aliens, period, the end.
Right.
I guess their God is too small for the universe.
Well, I'm just saying, if that happens, you might want to think about some things.
Right.
And like how you're gonna pitch this to somebody that's like way more technologically advanced than us. Mm-hmm. So, just my thoughts there, that's all.
For some Christians, there are some humans way more technically advanced. I also want to say...
At least more mentally advanced.
Yeah. I also want to say that the book was pitched as Judas and his brothers fighting to protect their religion. And
First Maccabees was.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were talking about aliens, we went right back to... Yeah.
As protecting their Jewish neighborhoods and houses and church buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just want to put it out there again that they weren't just protecting, they went out and actively fucking genocided things. Much like what Israel is doing to Palestine today, and then blinking their eyes innocently and and having Christians say for them, they have the right to defend themselves.
Right.
And I just want to say, like, unequivocally, that's gross.
Yeah.
I don't care how hard you got hit. When you hit back with genocide, that's you're bad.
Yeah, I mean,
if not worse.
Do you think if the aliens came with their superior technology and they had a better god according to them, and they started wiping us all out, don't you think you would wouldn't you be entitled to defend yourself?
Yeah.
Religious folk who believe something else.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's a similar scenario, right? We're hearing this all from the Maccabees side, right?
Yeah.
Judas's side.
Yeah.
And they're righteous and right because God is right. Well, everybody always thinks they're right. It's just a matter of who wins. And they fucking win in one sentence, no less. And they're killing the fuck out of people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of...
It's
you
gross.
and I have talked about, yes, it's not great. This is not a good look. Like, I feel like they're killing way too willy-nilly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not cool.
Indiscriminately.
Right.
They're just like, you're not part of my group. I hate you, die.
Right.
And that's never okay. I'm sorry. It's just not.
No.
And I'm not Christian, wasn't raised Christian. You don't have to be Christian to think that.
No, and we've talked about morality with atheists before, but look up that episode if you're worried about atheists having more morality, because we do. We do.
Sorry, I don't believe in people committing genocides. I think that is bad and wrong.
Right.
Sorry, not sorry.
So we read
Chapter 5.
Chapter 5 last time, and this time we'll be getting into the first Maccabees.
Chapter 6.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. Alrighty doodle. We're getting into first Macaronis, chapter 6.
All right.
King Antiochus, remember him?
Oh, he's back.
Mm-hmm. Epiphanes.
Yeah.
Epiphany the Fourth. Yeah. He was traveling, as you do, through the upper countries.
Okay.
And while he was out and about, flittering hither and yon, he heard that in Elamaeus, in Persia, there was a city renowned for riches, for silver and gold, and that the temple which was in it was exceedingly rich, and that in it were golden shields, breastplates, and weapons, which, and this is still the same sentence.
Yeah.
Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian king who reigned first among the Greeks, left behind there.
Because he was nice. And he didn't try to usurp people's, like,
because Alexander the Great was more about unification and allowing each individual community, tribe, whatever, to maintain their own as long as they bent the knee to him.
Right.
And they were like, oh, we pay taxes, I guess, whatever, but we still get to live the same life. The fuck do we care who's in charge? Right. As long as we get to live our same life.
But
that's
this guy's
cool.
Like, whoa, there's shit tons of gold. Let's go get that shit.
He's like, I can't believe Alexander didn't totally loot and take the spoils of war.
Right.
So he came and tried to take the city and to pillage it, as you do when you stumble across a city, right?
Oh, they said tried, though.
Tried.
Okay.
And he was not able because his plan was known to them of the city. And they rose up against him in battle. So they got the memo. This dipshit is about to come try to take our stuff. Let's fight him. I
feel like it might have been like telegraphed way in advance because he's pillaged other silver and gold. And I'm like, they're like, hey guys, we have silver and gold.
He seems to be marching our direction.
Right. Dude's probably going to try to take it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
He's bound to head this way eventually.
Right, yeah.
He fled and returned to Babylon with great disappointment. He was so sad. I didn't get to steal gold and silver. Then someone came into Persia bringing him news that the armies which went against the land of Judah had been put to flight.
Yeah.
And that Lysias went first with a strong army and was put to shame before them. And that they had grown strong because of weapons, power, and a supply of plunder, which they took from the armies that they had cut off. And this chapter has too many run-on sentences.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
And that they had pulled down the abomination which he had built upon the altar that was in Jerusalem. And that they had surrounded the sanctuary with high walls as before, and also
God.
Beth Shura, his city,
Wow.
period.
Thank you for ending the sentence.
Right?
Yeah. I bet that Antiochus did not refer to the altar as an abomination.
No, I bet he didn't. But
But they made it sound like he did.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, he didn't call it an abomination.
How dare they tear down my horrible evil shit? That's not the way he saw it.
Yeah, it's like they're narrating for him, but from somebody else's point of view.
Right?
Like,
that's called, in the writing circles, that's called head hopping. And we don't do that.
Or bad writing.
Yes. Yes. But specifically when you are in omniscient POV.
Yeah.
And you're from one perspective, even though you're omniscient, you generally like are telling the story from one character's perspective.
Yeah.
And then when you suddenly go to another character and you're like telling all about him, but then you start telling his thoughts and stuff, that's head hopping. You're not supposed to do that. It's bad. It's confusing. It doesn't make the reader want to keep reading. Hint, hint, God.
Well,
God doesn't know how to write shit.
Look, I get why this is like it could be considered a fun book because your guys are winning a lot, right? They battle all these people and they're like, I won another battle. Look, I won another battle. Oh, look, another fucking battle I won. This is great. But like, there's just so much bad writing in this, just overall. It's almost as bad as my speaking. You know, my speaking is tantamount to the bad writing in this book. So
I would go so far as to say that your speaking is slightly better than the bad writing of the Bible.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a text from your mom. It started snowing.
Oh boy.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
So be careful out there, kids.
Because this is going out a week later.
I know.
Yeah.
It was just fun to say.
Yeah. Okay.
It came to pass when the king heard these words, he was astonished and moved exceedingly. I can't believe they took my shit. He laid himself down on his bed and fell sick for grief because it had not turned out for him as he had planned.
Like, I didn't get my gold and they took my guys. This is just a bad week.
I'm like, let me get this straight. He threw a fucking temper tantrum?
That's what it sounds like.
It almost sounds like the way Trump threw a plate of ketchup at the wall.
Right? Yeah.
It's almost like people with unlimited power are big fat babies and can't handle having their hands smacked and being told no, for a minute.
It seems to hold pretty true in my estimation.
Yeah. That is kind of, it seems like there should be evil smart people out there, who don't throw temper tantrums.
No, you're right. Those are the ones that just get away with it. We don't really know what they're doing.
In the background.
Right.
They run the strings from behind.
They exist. They just,
they stay out of the press.
They're not dumb. So,
right. Okay.
Yeah. We only hear about the dumb ones.
Yeah. And boy, they are so dumb. It's like we either have completely irrational babies who are the dumbest of the dumb, or radio silence and there's nothing and nobody's leading it, because if they are, they're behind the curtain and we never get to see them.
I've never been more appalled in my life about how many dumb people are in charge of shit in this current time and place in history.
The last 10 to 15 years have been really, really enlightening as far as like what it takes to get ahead. And it's all money. None of it has anything to do with how smart you are, because there's so many dumb people.
Right.
So, yeah, it's all money. And that's depressing. Let's read on.
I could create a list of everybody that I don't want to be in power anymore, but I think somebody already did that. We just haven't seen it yet.
Probably. Anyways, he was there many days because great grief continually gripped him.
Yeah.
That was great grief gripped him. I love that. And he realized that he would die.
Wow.
Melodramatic.
He didn't get his gold as people are dying. He's like, I want to die. This sucks.
That's like, I don't know how true it is, but I read somewhere that Trump was like talking about being on his deathbed and how he's not going to get into heaven, and that makes him really sad. And I'm like,
I don't believe for a second that he believes in God.
I think that he believes every so often it occurs to him, oh, I really am evil. because he's a baby. You know what I mean? And it's simplistic.
Look, you wouldn't act like that fucker has acted it throughout his life and believe in a God. He is so not giving a shit about whatever happens after he dies that he doesn't care.
I disagree, because he's always been kind of Looney Tunes, right? And the more Looney Tunes you are, the older, as you get older, you start to find your wondering about the afterlife,
I guess.
And he's definitely exhibited signs of that. And he's definitely Looney Tunes.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that it's occurred to him, I am old now. I might actually die soon. And suddenly, like, it doesn't matter. Kind of it does. Because I might die soon. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like it has kind of slowly crept up on him, the awareness that he is old and ill and infirm.
I guess. I don't think that it will matter anymore to me as I get older or closer to death.
You're not Looney Tunes.
Right.
Nor are you with unlimited power.
Right.
It's not the same.
I guess.
You have always thought about being a good, decent person.
Right.
So it's not even the same comparison.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so he's like, I'm gonna die. I didn't get my way. I wanted to own the planet. He called for his friends. Oh, that made me think. He called for his pipe, and he called for his drum, and he called for his fiddlers 3. You know, old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he.
Got it. Yeah.
Called for his pipe, and he called for his drum.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've heard that.
Called for his fiddlers 3. He called for all his friends.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. And he said to them, quote, sleep. How do the Maccabees know what was said? They weren't there.
They don't.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Maybe it was written down.
Okay. Sure.
Maybe it was recorded. Maybe somebody told them what he had said.
Well, rumor has it.
Yeah.
According to the Maccabees, this dying, sad crybaby king said, sleep departs from my eyes, and my heart fails because of worry. I said in my heart, to what suffering I have come. Oh, woe is me. How great a flood it is that I'm in now, for I was gracious and loved in my power. But I remember the evils which I did at Jerusalem, and that I took all the vessels of silver and gold that were in it. Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
Okay. And I sent out to destroy the inhabitants of Judah without a cause.
Hold on. He just got done trying to get gold and silver from some other people.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck what he did to the people in Jerusalem. He's just pissed off that his people are dying, and he's losing power because this other guy, Judas, is like beating the fuck out of him. And the
Maccabees are like, I bet he's sad because he hurt us.
Well, it's real nice and fun to think that, right? It's fun to think that this guy has
we'll show him. He'll suffer now.
He's sorry, right? He's sorry because he got caught, because it feels good to have somebody wallowing in their own suffering and pain over what they did to you, right? Mm-hmm. So they're projecting that onto him. But these things never got said. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't believe this for a second. This is just them saying that he said these things because they wanted him to.
Wasn't it a Beyonce song that kind of went something like, don't tell me you're sorry when you're not. Baby, when I know you're only sorry you got caught.
You're probably right, but I have no idea. So.
Yeah. And there's a woo in it, because they always do that. Woo! Yeah. Okay, anyways, he's still moaning and groaning and crying.
Yeah.
I perceive that it is because of this that these evils have come upon me.
Oh, I
was mean and bad. That's why I got old and decrepit.
Right.
Not because I'm human and that happens to humans. They get old and decrepit.
Well, maybe if he cared more about military campaigns than he did about greed and things, maybe he'd have been okay.
Right.
You know?
That's true. That is true.
Because it sounds like he had plenty of resources.
He's a shitty leader.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Behold, I am perishing. That's so dramatic. Through great grief in a strange land.
Okay.
Okay.
I really don't believe any of this story.
No, none of
this is all
happened.
bullshit, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't make shit up and then tell me, oh no, that he totally said that.
Right? Yeah.
We have no way to know.
Right, but
we just decided
this definitely outwent.
Then he called for Philip, one of his friends, and set him over all his kingdom. Oh, he really is about to die. He's like, I'm about to die.
Okay.
Prince Philip.
If he is about to die, it's not because of grief and sorrow.
No, he's just old and sick.
Right.
He gave him his crown, his robe, and his signet ring, so that he could guide Antiochus his son and nourish him up that he might be king. Oh. So, okay, I am putting it out on my bingo card that Philip is not going to pass this on to Antiochus Jr.
Wait. There's multiple Antiochuses. Is this Antiochus not the
This is Antiochus IV, the terrible dude.
Oh,
but his son is Antiochus V.
Okay.
And so he's telling Philip, oh, I'm about to die over here. Go home, Prince Philip, with all my shit and give it to my son, Antiochus V, and raise him up. And Philip's like, sure, I will, bud. Then King Antiochus died there in the 149th year.
He's the second person to have lived to 149. The first guy was the guy from the Maccabees, the dad of Judas or whatever the fuck his name was. Yeah. He lived to like 149 too. I'm like, what's with the 149 years?
I don't know. It's special. It's a special number.
Also, it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And if he lived to 149, he didn't die of grief and sorrow. He died because he's fucking ancient.
Yeah.
Like, good Lord, man.
Yeah, exactly. When Lysias learned that the king was dead, he set up Antiochus his son, so Antiochus V, to reign, whom he had nourished up being young. And he called his name Eupator.
Eupator, huh?
And not Epiphanes.
Okay.
So Epiphanes is dead. Long live his son Eupator.
Got it.
The next Antiochus.
Yeah.
Okay?
Eupator.
Europator. I kind of actually like that name. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
It's almost Jupiter, but it's spelled EUP.
Well, I wonder if it's because they are Greek, right? Or Greek-ish, Greek adjacent, whatever.
Greek adjacent. Yeah.
So I wonder if there's some meaning in that portion of the name Jupiter, right? Like, does it mean something? Does it, that would be an interesting dive,
Yeah, it would.
Maybe.
It would. If I remember.
Or not.
Here, you write it down while I read. Write Jupiter.
Okay.
And write Eupator. Yeah. It's basically the the J is an E. Okay? So write Jupiter with an O-R at the end,
Okay. All right.
But an E instead of a J. Okay? Those who were in the citadel kept hemming Israel in around the sanctuary and always sought to harm them and to strengthen the Gentiles. Yeah, those evil fucks.
Yeah.
Trying to get us all the time. Judas planned to destroy them, as you do when you are Jewish and in power, I guess.
Sure.
And called all the people together to besiege them. They were gathered together and besieged them in the 150th year. And he made 150th from when?
Oh.
So 149th year
BC?
from when?
Are we talking about BC?
We're still in the BCE.
Right, but are we talking about like 149 BCE and 150 BCE or?
Well, I don't know.
Like, that doesn't make sense because we'd be going the wrong way.
And they wouldn't have called it like we're in negative 150.
Yeah, so what are we counting from?
I don't know. 150th year from the time the Babylonian exile occurred? Question mark?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, write that down.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm like,
all right.
That's weird.
Judas planned to destroy them, besiege them in the 150th year, and he made mounds to shoot from and engines of war. That is such a good phrase. Isn't there a video game called Engines of War?
There's Gears of War.
Yeah, but isn't there like a book series or something like?
Not that I'm aware of, but you might be right. I don't know.
Anyway, some of those who were hemmed in came out. They had a pride parade.
Yeah.
And some of the ungodly men of Israel were joined to them. Then they went to the king and said, "How long will you not execute judgment and avenge our kindred? We were willing to serve your father and to live by his words and to follow his commandments. Because of this, the children of our people besieged the citadel and were alienated from us. But as many of us as they could catch, they killed and plundered our inheritances. Not against us only did they stretch out their hand, but also against all their borders. Behold, they are encamped this day against the citadel at Jerusalem to take it. They have fortified the sanctuary and Bethshura. If you don't quickly prevent them, they will do greater things than these, and you won't be able to control them."
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Get a handle on this guy.
I would just like to point out that once again, they've left off their end quotation mark.
Sure.
And so I'm grateful that at least it's a new paragraph so that I could have that break and be like, is this the same or different?
Right.
It's different.
Okay.
It's different.
Yeah.
When the king heard this, obviously, end of speech.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
When the king heard this, he was angry and gathered together all his friends, the rulers of his army, and those who were over the cavalry.
Okay.
Bands of hired soldiers came to him from other kingdoms and from islands of the sea. Islands like Greece? The number of his forces was 100,000 infantry and 20,000 cavalry and 32 elephants trained for war. What's the difference between infantry and cavalry? I know the difference between those and elephants.
Infantry is ground troops and cavalry is horseback.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No. Yeah.
You're looking at me like I'm an idiot.
I didn't know.
You're like, duh, stupid. And I'm like, if I knew that, I wouldn't have asked.
Got it.
So why are you making the face like you can't believe?
Because I guess in my mind that was common knowledge. I didn't realize that it wasn't.
I don't know war things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. You know what that reminds me of?
You were in the army.
Yeah, but I wasn't really infantry or cavalry. I was office.
Right. Yeah.
I was stayed behind and non-deployable.
Sure.
I was not wartime.
Got it.
What it reminds me of is when Taylor Swift was asking her boyfriend, what's his butt, Kelsey, about football. And wasn't it neat or weird to play against his brother? And then what's his butt, Kelsey, had to explain that one of them is on offense and one of them is on defense or something like that. So they're never like...
They never play against each other?
Sure.
Sure.
And she got a really confused look on her face. And so then he had to further explain that not the whole team is on the board at the same time.
Right.
On the field, that is.
Yeah.
But when she told the story, she said that he was so gracious, didn't make fun of her or make faces like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And I told that story because I just want you to know
that I'm not as good as
you are not
Taylor
as
Swift's
good
boyfriend.
as Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Are they married now?
No, they're engaged.
Okay.
Fiance.
Right. Fiance, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that the question she asked about football was way more like, everybody knows that.
But you know what? They haven't been together for 18 years.
I don't care. I don't care. If I ask you a question, it's because I don't know the fucking answer. So don't make fucking fun of me. Just answer it.
Sure.
That was a long road to get to. Fuck you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Anyways, the number of his forces was 100,000 infantry, which are the ground troops.
They are.
And 20,000 cavalry, which are the horse riders.
They sure are.
And 32 elephants, which are the
elephantry.
Taxiderm. What are they called?
Taxidermist? No,
that's The people that stuff the dead ones.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not
dromedaries are camels. God damn it.
I don't know the answer to this, so.
Okay, well, the elephants are the elephants. And all of those
I thought elephantry was pretty good.
The elephants are the elephantry. I like that in what movie is that where you know what? I think it's the Jungle Book.
Yeah, that goes with the music you were just humming.
Yeah. When he gets separated and he decides he's gonna join the elephant army. Yeah, and he's not an elephant.
Right.
Mowgli, that's the boy's name.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, that's way off topic. Sorry. Okay, so all these fucks are trained for war. They went through Idumea and camped against Beth Shura and fought against it many days and made, again, engines of war. So many fucking engines.
Yeah.
The Jews came out and burned them with fire and fought valiantly. That's a sentence you don't ever want to hear anybody say ever.
Right.
I don't want anybody to burn anybody with fire.
Well, I think they burned the engines of war that they had just created.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Judas marched away from the citadel and encamped at Beth Zacharias. That is a fun name. Beth Zacharias.
Okay.
Near the king's camp. The king rose early in the morning. So this is little Antiochus Eupator.
Got it.
He rose early in the morning and marched his army at full speed along the road to Beth Zacharias. His forces made themselves ready to battle and sounded their trumpets. Like, I would just sneak in. I'm not announcing my shit.
Sure.
Here I come. Look out. Like, why?
And when Judas saw them doing that, he was like, meow.
Yeah, he did not roar like a lion.
No.
He roared like a baby cub.
Yeah.
They offered the elephants the juice of grapes and mulberries. Baby, you never offer me grapes and mulberries.
We had a mulberry bush for a while.
We did, and I ate all of the mulberries off that bush.
So I
would stand out there for hours just like picking at the tree.
You would.
You'd be like, are you coming in anytime soon? And I'm like, there's still more left. I had to get them all before the birds.
Well, or the squirrels or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they would all drop to the ground and then you're like, damn it.
Yeah.
And then you can't, because they would have been squished and, pooped on and peed on probably.
Yeah. I had to get them while the getting was good.
Right.
And I did.
Yeah.
That they might prepare them for the battle. So they're stuffing the elephants. Here, have all this yum-yums. They distributed the animals among the phalanxes. Say it.
Phalanxes.
Phalanxes.
Yeah.
I like e's instead of as.
Got it.
Phalanxes.
Got it. Sure.
Yeah. 6 of. I cannot. They set by each elephant 1,000 men armed with coats of mail and helmets of brass on their heads. 500 chosen cavalry were appointed for each elephant.
Wow.
Tell me that's
what does
500 people riding on the elephant.
I have to wonder. What did the elephant do?
It instilled fear.
Is that what it did?
And it also inspired awe.
But what was the logistical use of it? Was there somebody up there, because it's higher, shouting orders and stuff? And hey, and go over there, guys.
Also carrying stuff. And also they would hold their flag and blow their horn and stuff. Okay. Yeah. I can see it in my head. It would be rather intimidating and awe-inspiring.
Well, yeah, for sure.
And also because they're not from that specific area.
Right.
So it's just it gives you a moment of pause because you're like, what the fuck is that if you've never seen one before, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, just even the image itself was enough to make the opposing army stop for a minute.
Yeah.
These were ready beforehand wherever the elephant was. Wherever the elephant went, they went with it. They didn't leave it. They're like, follow the elephant. Strong, covered wooden towers were upon them. Oh, dang. One upon each elephant.
Wow.
Fastened upon it with secure harnesses.
Okay.
They put a tower on top of the elephant.
Like a lot of weight you're putting on that elephant.
That's mean.
Right?
Because elephants can paint and they mourn their dead and they remember each other even after years apart.
Yeah.
And they love their children.
Right.
Like the matriarchs, they're a very matriarchal society, and the matriarchs, they are very loyal to their children, and they're just lovely. Yeah. Elephants are lovely creatures.
Yeah.
They cry. Did you know elephants can cry?
I did. I did know that.
I love elephants so much. Like, just thinking about elephants makes me happy and makes my heart glow a little bit. And I can feel my heart glowing right now.
You can hear it glowing.
No, I can feel it glowing.
Maybe we should go to the doctor tomorrow.
Fuck off. It makes me happy to think of elephants because they're just pure.
I gotcha.
They're not, like, I would like to think that of dolphins because dolphins are all like that too, except they're also rapey. Mm. And elephants are not rapey.
You don't think there's evil elephants out there?
I'm sure that there are evil elephants, but elephants, generally speaking, are good. They're just good.
Okay.
They do art. They're creative.
I know.
And kind.
I know.
Okay, I'll stop. You're giving me the look. Upon each of the towers...
Yeah, on the elephant.
On the elephant,
right.
Were 4 valiant men, 4 dudes and a tower on top of each elephant, who fought upon them beside his Indian driver. So, hold on.
Wait, what?
Because
they brought an Indian. They're being chauffeured on their war elephants.
Yeah.
With towers and people fighting. Okay. All right. Okay.
So that's 5 people then. 4 soldiers and a guy from India to be like, go left.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the what's the name of the guy? Chauffeur? Yeah, the chauffeur.
Sure.
Is like
cab driver
steering it. Yeah. The Uber. Right. Oh my God. The rest of the cavalry he set on this side and that side on the 2 flanks of the army, striking terror into the enemy and protected by the phalanxes.
Okay.
I said that word good that time.
You did.
Now, when the sun shone upon the shields of gold and brass, the mountains lit up and blazed like flaming torches. A part of the king's army was spread upon the high hills and some on the low ground, and they went on firmly and in order. You know, I do appreciate that the Maccabees are taking a minute to say, look, we won in the end, but just so y'all know, this shit was fucking impressive. We're not going to leave it out because we beat them in spite of how fucking impressive those goddamn elephants were.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate that they're like, no, they brought some shit to the table, guys.
Sure.
Them elephants.
Yeah.
I mean, can you picture this scene in your head? Like this giant...
I mean, this is painted pretty well. Yeah. So I've got a good idea.
Yeah. All who heard the noise of their multitude, the marching of the multitude, and the rattling of the weapons trembled, for the army was exceedingly great and strong. Judas and his army drew near for battle, and 600 men of the king's army fell.
600 of the 120,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Were any of them elephant riders? That seems to me like you might want to take care of that.
I'm just like, that's not even like...
That's nothing.
That's nothing.
That's a blister.
Right, yeah.
You put a blister, not even like a blister about to pop.
Right. And please don't tell me they turned and ran away at this point.
Wah! Eleazar, who was called Averon, you know. Like, wife, who was called...
something else.
Wife.
Yeah.
Eleazar, who was called Avaran, whatever, saw one of the animals armed with royal breastplates. Okay. And it was taller than all the animals, and the king seemed to be on it.
Okay.
He gave his life to deliver his people and to get himself an everlasting name, which wasn't written in the Bible, but in the first Maccabees. The Maccabees are like, but we're writing this shit down.
Yeah.
Yeah. He ran upon him courageously into the midst of the phalanx and killed on the right hand and on the left. And they parted away from him on this side and on that. One
oh my
dude.
Gosh. I'm thinking my mind is filling with images of like the movie 300 and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous.
This is silly. Okay, John Wick.
This one guy is partying the sea of people to get to the king. Okay, I'm here for it. Let's hear it.
The Terminator. He crept under the elephant.
Oh, damn.
Of course he did. And nobody saw that.
Right? Crept.
And stabbed it from beneath and killed it.
Oh,
that makes me sad.
That's sad.
It's not the elephant's fault.
Right?
The elephant fell to the earth upon him and he died there. I'm trying not to laugh.
He got squished.
The elephant fell on the dude. That makes me happy, honestly.
Right.
Okay. If the elephant has to die, I'm glad he took out somebody with him.
Yeah.
Because don't kill the elephant.
That's mean.
They saw the strength of the kingdom and the fierce attack of the army and turned away from them. Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Wait.
One of our 30 elephants. Everybody run.
They killed 600 people and an elephant. And then then they're taking their 120,000 of which they didn't even kill.
Excuse me. They killed 600 people and then John Wick came in and killed everybody left and right and killed the elephant.
But they killed less than 1% of the army.
But then John Wick killed the rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You missed that part.
Whatever.
You were busy making your own.
No, he got squished by an elephant.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
And they parted ways to let him get to the elephant, apparently.
Because he was just
John
so
badass, you know?
He was Indiana Jones with a whip, you know? And a gun, you know?
You can tell this story was written by the winners, because, no. Yeah. This did not happen like this, guys.
It absolutely didn't.
No.
You can't, on one hand, tell me how awesome and fear-inspiring this army is, and then be like, and then magically he was like a left and a right and a left and a right, and he took them all down single-handedly.
And why would your king, of all people, be right up front in an army of 120,000?
On the biggest elephant.
Wouldn't your king...
with a glowing arrow pointing right to him. Right, king here.
Wouldn't your king be in the fucking back? Mm-hmm. Like, that's where I would keep my king, because it's the king.
It's almost like you've played chess.
Well, yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I love that game.
But the soldiers of the king's army went up to Jerusalem to meet them, and the king encamped toward Judea and toward Mount Zion. So I guess he got another ride. Because he didn't die. His elephant did.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
His elephant fell.
I'm a little confused because they're not... I thought they ran away.
They did. And then so the king's like...
They ran away a little bit and then camped somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
He gathered them.
All right.
And the king encamped toward Judea and toward Mount Zion. He made peace with the people of Bethsura. He made peace, or he was like, you're mine now.
Okay.
He came out of the city because they had no food there to endure the siege, because it was a Sabbath to the land. The king took Bethsura and appointed a garrison there to keep it. Yeah, they didn't accept you. You took over their city.
Right.
What are you trying to... This is dumb. He encamped against the sanctuary many days and set there mounds to shoot from, and engines of war, as you do.
Yeah.
And machines for throwing fire and stones, and weapons to throw darts and slings. So lots of trebuchets and catapults and things like that.
Sure.
The Jews also made engines of war against their engines. My engine's bigger than yours. I'll show you my engine if you show me yours. And fought for many days. But there was no food in the sanctuary because it was the 7th year. Yeah, you said that. Mm-hmm. And those who fled for safety into Judea from among the Gentiles had eaten up the rest of the stores. Yum, 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 yum. There were only a few people left in the sanctuary because the famine prevailed against them, and they were scattered, smothered, covered. Just kidding. They were just scattered, each man to his own place. Mm-hmm. Lysias heard that Philip, the next Antiochus kid, the king.
No, Philip was
Oh, no, you're right. No, Prince Philip. You're right. See, When I say Philip, I call him Prince Philip because that makes me think of Sleeping Beauty.
Got it.
So, yeah, Prince Philip. Sorry.
Okay.
Not Antiochus, king boy.
Right.
Okay. Whom Antiochus the king, while he was yet alive, appointed to raise his son Antiochus to be king. So, Eupator.
Yeah.
Had returned from Persia and Media. And with him the forces that went with the king, and that he was seeking to take control of the government. Ooh, Prince Philip coming.
Okay.
He coming, I told you.
All right.
He made haste and gave orders to depart. He said to the king and the leaders of the army and to the men, "We get weaker daily. Our food is scant. The place where we encamp is strong, and the affairs of the kingdom lie upon us. Now, therefore, let's negotiate with these men and make peace with them and with all their nation, and covenant with them, that they may walk after their own laws as before. For because of their laws which we abolished, they were angered and did all these things."
Okay.
So he's like, let's quit this and let them have their shit back.
Right. But it was just politically expedient. Because, this guy is like, I'm going to lose my kingdom if we don't get back. So let's wrap this shit up and let's get on back.
Yeah.
And how do we wrap it up quickly? We give them what they want. Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. You guys got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
We're still in charge, but just do what you want over here.
Pay us taxes, but do what you do. We don't care.
But then, of course, Judas and the Maccabees, they wrote about this as though, you said, John Wick fucking slaughtered an elephant and won the day.
Yeah.
No, that's not what happened.
Sure it is. We all love a good John Wick movie. I mean, how many of them are there? And now there's one called Ballerina, which is a John Wick story.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. I want to see it, even though...
Is it just called Ballerina?
No, it's called Ballerina, a John Wick story.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's
how you know that it's a John Wick story, is because
it says title, it's a John Wick story.
Yeah.
Right.
It says so.
Right.
Literally in the title.
Yeah.
It subtitles itself and tells you what it is.
Well, sure.
They're like, don't be confused. This ain't no ballet story about...
You can't go see a John Wick movie that doesn't say it's a John Wick movie.
Right?
For God's sakes.
Yeah. That's why, in the Star Wars franchise, they'll be like, Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Right.
They got to tell you what it is so that you don't be confused.
Yeah.
I love Rogue One, just so that we're clear. I think that it is, of all of the non-original Star Wars movie, it is the superior Star Wars story film.
Yeah, I liked it too. I know there's a lot of people that are Star Wars fans that do not like it, but...
Well, they, quite frankly, can fuck off.
Right.
I mean, you don't have to like everything I like.
Right.
And I don't have to like everything you like.
That's right.
But
we'll just have to agree to disagree.
In my opinion, Rogue One is right up there with the original trilogy, and I love it.
Yeah.
The end. Anyways, we're almost done. Let's bring this home.
Sure.
Okay? The speech pleased the king and the princes, and he sent to them to make peace, and they accepted it. The king and the princes swore to them. I swear. I don't know the rest. On these conditions, they came out from the stronghold. Then the king entered into Mount Zion. He saw the strength of the place and broke the motherfucking oath which he had sworn.
Oh.
I did not see that coming.
I didn't either.
And gave orders to pull down the fucking wall all around.
Wow.
Oathbreaker.
Wow.
Not
what a
cool.
Dick. That's not okay.
Then he left in haste and returned to Antioch and found Prince Philip, master of the city. He fought against him and took the city by force.
Okay.
He's like, excuse me, Philip. You're like my uncle. You're not the king. Get out.
Right.
This is mine. And also, I broke oath with that other thing and I took it against your orders.
Right. Yeah. That's not cool, though.
Nasty.
That's not cool.
You don't make an oath. You don't make a promise. You don't do that. You don't make peace and then break the peace.
Right.
That makes you the bad guy.
Sure. I don't think they really cared about being bad guys back then.
None of them did. And we're not supposed to be on their side anyway. We're supposed to be on the side of the Maccabees, the Maccadoodles.
Per the story, sure, whatever. I don't particularly like them either.
No, I don't either. I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna, like, quote unquote pick sides, we're supposed to be like, let's go, Judaism people. Let's go, early Israelites. Let's go. Get them.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not.
But they were kind of terrible too.
They were very terrible. They were all terrible.
Right.
All of them were terrible.
Yeah.
They were all rapey, murdery, looty, steely, takey, slavey.
Yeah.
I don't like any of them.
Right. Was that all we got today?
That's all we got. The end.
All right. Well, that was First Maccabees chapter 6.
Sure as fuck was.
And I don't know what tomorrow brings, but we'll be back sometime. So we'll see you then.
We will see you next time with First Maccabees chapter 7.
That's the one.
Or you can join us on Tuesday for our live Discord at 10 p.m. Eastern, where we are continuing our timeline through the Old Testament so I can figure out what the fuck.
You know what I should do? I should say we have these episodes going out on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays for the Maccabees. And our live Discord comes out live on Tuesday, but it comes out on the feed on Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday is Maccabees. Wednesday is the live.
Tuesday is the live event.
Right.
Which will come out on the feed.
That wasn't confusing at all.
No.
Not even a little bit. Just,
No.
But you know what we're going to do now?
We're going to go.
Yeah.
Go. Bye.
Right. Bye. Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.